Johnny, hold my hand and count my fingers. Johnny, touch these lips you once desired. Lay your head upon my breast and hear my heartbeat. Gently run your fingers through my hair. Touch these ears that listen to your wishes. Most of them fulfill, and that's a lot. And then take me in your arms and gently hold me. And tell me what she's got that I ain't got. Tell me what she's got that I can't give you. Must be something I was born without. You took an awful chance just to be with her. So tell me what she's got that I ain't got. Johnny, see this home that I've made for you. Johnny, see the carpet on the floor. See those pretty curtains on the window. Johnny, see our name there on the door. See this ring you've placed upon my finger. Record our words till death do us part. And if there's time before I pull this trigger, then tell me what she's got that I ain't got. Tell me what she's got that I can't give you. Must be something I was born without. And if there's time before I pull this trigger, then tell me what she's got that I ain't got. Johnny, tell me what she's got that I ain't got. Honey, tell me what she's got that I ain't got. Honey, tell me what she's got that I ain't got.
My friend George is a drag queen called Nancy. Pray tell me, which are you tonight? If you're George, let's have a game of snooker. If you're Nancy, let's turn out the lights. For George is a foreman in a coal mine, but changes when the hooter goes at 5. From a snooker playing friend of yours truly, to a man I would like to make my wife. For Nancy brings me midnight satisfaction and stays with me until the morning light. Then he's off to his work down a coal shaft, where he ain't such a delicate sight. Oh Nancy, you're the girl that I think of. But George, I know she's part of you. But it's Nancy, not you, that I fancy. Tell me George, tell me what can I do? I'm in love with half a man, that's a lady. And the half that ain't no lady is my best friend. Nancy, I would like to share my name with, but George is not the type I could offend. So George, take off your dress, put on your trousers. I've gotta shake your Nancy from my head. So tonight I am dining with another, One half's called Frida, and the other half is Fred.
Confused? So am I. And this is Phoenix Country Radio. Boys and girls, it's about 8.5 minutes away from the hour. This is where I must bid you a fond farewell. Thank you for your company over the last couple of hours, and I sincerely hope that you'll stay tuned to Phoenix Country Radio, because we do broadcast live 24/7. Before I go, I wanted to play a track from a CD which is entitled The Week Before Easter. Now, this particular CD was released over 35 years ago. It was released by a gentleman called Kevin Conniff, who was a member of the band called the Irish Chieftains. He was an exponent of the Baron and the Tin Whistle. Great guy, great performer, and the track I'm about to play for you is The Salt, simply entitled The Salt. Sadly, this particular track has no origin that we can identify 100%. So if you do have any ideas as to where it came from, maybe you'd like to let me know. Until we meet again, bye for now.
From all you young lads and young lassies who hanker to work on a farm, now be careful when choosing a master, it might serve for to keep yous from harm. When I was a strapping young fellow, aged about 17, I hired myself to a farmer at the horse fair in Ballinascreen. Now his farm was way up the mountains, and it all only heather and bog, and me job, well, I got to look after his donkey, his goat and his dog. Now me, the farmer and his mother, we lived in a tumble-down shack. His mother was well over 90 with the bone sticking out from her back. It was only a tumble-down ruin, held up with old yellow clay. The roof it was past all repaired, for the goat had the thatch out away. His poor mother, she'd sleep by the fire, for the rain it came down on her bed. And when I'd get up every morning, she'd be sitting there nodding her head. The master was an awful old skinflint. His heart was as hard as a stone. He worked me from daylight till darkness. In a month I was just skin and bone. And he fed me on nothing but piners. He said they would make me a man. Well, they damn well near made me a dead one, eating half raw off the pan. Now he had 3 old hens and a rooster. One day they all died in the coop. So he plucked them, he boiled them and salted them. We lived for a month on the soup. Bad luck now, it never comes single. For the next day the nanny goat died. So he skinned it, he boiled it and salted it, and made a bowron from the hide. It was then poor old Neddy the donkey. He broke his hind leg and suffered great pain. So he shot him, he skinned him and boiled him, and called for the salt once again. I thought now his mind was affected, and myself I was going insane. For when poor Fido died of distemper, he called for the salt once again. When I thought of what happened poor old Fido, I couldn't sleep thinking that night. And when I got up the next morning, I got a most horrible fright. His poor mother was dead by the fire. When I ran for the door, he cried, "Halt, where are you going so early? Come back here and help me to salt." Well, I went through the door like a rocket. Says I'll get out of this fault. I tripped in the yard with excitement, and out he come running with salt. I took to me heels like a cowboy, and over the hills like a hare. I never stopped running for a fortnight, and I've never gone back to a fair.
Who scorns the world, may strut about with his whiskers curled, keep 100 wives under lock and key, for nobody else but himself to see. And though they may think him a mighty man, he'll never ever love like an Irishman. And though they may think him a mighty man, he'll never ever love like an Irishman. The game on shore, a slave no more, the solemn Don and the soft senor, the Dutch mind here so full of pride, the Russian, the Prussian, Swede beside, they all may do whatever they can, they'll never ever love like an Irishman. They all themselves beguile and think they please in a capital style. Yet let them ask as they cross the street of any young girl that they happen to meet, and I know she'll say from behind her fan, nobody loves like an Irishman. I know she'll say from behind her fan, nobody loves like an Irishman. I love your face, your hair, your smile, as sure as I come from the